Julie Woodley, founder and director of Restoring the Heart Ministries, is a child sexual abuse survivor.
I was sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused, all took a toll on me. And then I was sold into trafficking in my young teens by my father to the men that would come into town. So it was pretty extensive, the abuse.
How did you deal with it at the time, Julie? All this going on in your life as a young child.
I was very confused. I had a very distorted thought of what love was, because that was the way that my father showed me that he loved me. I got into the drugs of my time, which shows how old I am, but marijuana and drinking, and but very much became promiscuous, as many young people do after being sexually abused, or, different ages, yes.
So someone listening right now, that person is being abused. Could be physically, sexually, emotionally.
Yes.
What message of hope can you share right now, Julie?
That no matter where you're at, that you can be healed. I feel like God has brought me to amazing healing.
And Julie says the key to recovery from sexual abuse is this: don't keep it a secret.
Absolutely, yes. Do not keep it a secret. It takes a toll on you. It'll take a toll on the people that you love. Those distorted thoughts about yourself. It's important that you find a counselor and a trusted one that you can really talk about it, and then to get some help here.
How did you reach out to others as a child?
That's a great question. I was rather scared to talk to anybody. And how I reached out to others, which is pretty amazing, is I had a man that would come into, a man in his family named Wayne Peterson. He would come into the restaurant in Minneapolis, Annie's Parlor. He and his family would come in. And they began to love me. Well, I didn't know it at the time, but Wayne Peterson was the head of the Christian radio station in Minneapolis, KTIS Radio. And so because I was so afraid of people, I began to let them love me. And then I found out that he was on Christian radio. And so I would listen to him at night, and he would lead us through the scriptures. And so slowly I began to let the secret out.
And you had hope probably for the first time in your life.
Absolutely. I had hope that I could get over this, that it wasn't going to be a generational curse on me, which many people told me it was, that I could, with the love of God and many others, that we could turn around this generation of sexual abuse, and God certainly has in many, many ways.
So faith changes lives.
Absolutely. Faith, God, and the love of others.
Julie Woodley, who has worked as a trauma counselor for 20 years, is a real survivor who's making a difference. I'm Jerry Damon.